The head developer of Dogecoin recently talked about Doge developments for smart contracts. Let's talk a bit more about it. Hello guys, and welcome back to Crypto Fire, where we talk about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, and investing. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $500 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment on your favorite crypto. Read our description for more info about it. Now, let's get started with today's video. In a recent tweet, Ross basically implied that smart contracts are coming for Dogecoin and that he's working really hard to ensure they come really soon. He said he's hosting a Twitch event where he'll talk about smart fees. And then he said that until now, Dogecoin hasn't used smart fees, and that he's actively working every day to change that. We've talked about this in previous videos. Everyone assumed that smart contracts will only come to Doge after ETH and Doge bridge. Now, the implications of this are huge. After smart contracts, we'll see decreased transaction risk, lower management and service costs, and improved business process efficiency for Dogecoin. And of course, in the long run, this will attract more miners and investors into Dogecoin, which is great for its price. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin for a minute, since Doge is clearly following its dip right now. We know that Bitcoin's price was recently slashed by a massive $9,000, but still, the whales are buying the dip. In the last 4 days, despite the crash, the whales have bought around 50,000 Bitcoins. And another news for Bitcoin was that CEO of Celsius said that if Bitcoin manages to get past the $55K mark, a huge jump in prices isn't far away. His prediction for the price of Bitcoin next year is $140K. He remarked that Bitcoin's growth has basically been exponential for quite some time now, and what it previously took 12 years to accomplish, it has now done in a matter of 5 months. At growth rates like this, his predictions seem like a well-educated guess and not that much of a reach. Moving on, after El Salvador's decision to accept Bitcoin as legal tender, other countries are now also jumping in on the bandwagon to crypto mass adoption. CEO of Grayscale said that after El Salvador, similarly placed countries are likely to follow El Salvador's lead and adopt crypto as legal tender too. He believes that the countries most likely to do this are the ones that already have a high percentage of crypto users. These countries include Africa, Southeast Asia, and some parts of South America. After El Salvador, Ukraine is on its way to bring the next big change in crypto. It has now officially recognized crypto as a legitimate financial asset. This doesn't exactly mean that they accepted Bitcoin as legal tender like El Salvador. This just means it'll now be better regulated and the consumers will be protected from crypto scams. Coming back to El Salvador, a lot of great news came out recently that'll be great for Bitcoin and then Doge. Banco Agricola, the biggest financial institution in El Salvador, has become one of the first banks to include Bitcoin support for its financial instruments. This means that its customers will be able to pay for financial instruments like loans, mortgages, and credit card debt with Bitcoin. The bank also announced it aims to provide full support for Bitcoin payments through their POS terminals later this year. And to implement all of this, they have partnered with Flexa. This allowed the institution to easily integrate Bitcoin-related services into the platform. Flexa will be integrated into its network of POS, allowing customers to receive Bitcoin payments directly. Another news was that foreign investors will not be required to pay taxes on profits from Bitcoin. Javier Argueta, a legal advisor to President Nayib Bukele, said that if a person has assets in Bitcoin and makes high profits, there will be no tax. This is done obviously to encourage foreign investment. There will be no taxes to pay on either the capital increase or the income. We are implementing a series of recommendations from international institutions against money laundering. I think this is pretty great and will encourage more people to get into Bitcoin. Moving on, let's talk about what some popular analysts are saying after the latest crash. Matt Haugen, CIO of Bitwise, said that, "It's the greatest time, I think, to enter the crypto market. A lot of the first decade of crypto was about 0 to 1. Now the question is how fast we scale from 1 to 100. A lot of that is built on what regulatory clarity we get." And according to the Bloomberg Crypto Outlook, Bitcoin, which started at 30K in July end, could see an even larger surge to 100K, and Ethereum could potentially reach 5K. Bloomberg's report also said that Bitcoin is well on its way to becoming the digital reserve asset in a world going that way. Moving on, let's talk about Michael van de Poppe. He said that the bullish crossover of the two averages, known as a golden cross, is still on the cards. There was, however, no guarantee that bullish behavior would result from the event taking place. He said that, "I think we're going to have a top of this cycle next year in April or May." And then Rect Capital said that 44K is an important level for Bitcoin since it's forming the lower boundary of a demand area among buyers. He said that, "The recent BTC weekly close wasn't technically bad as it occurred above the orange demand area. However, BTC is now dipping deeper into the demand area. That said, this demand area still hasn't been lost. As long as the demand area holds, BTC won't see 40K. With that said, things aren't looking good for altcoins. Altcoins fared worse than Bitcoin today, with the top 10 led by 11% 24-hour losses. Cardano fell to $2.4 and Ethereum shed 6%, and Doge is also down by around 4%. About this, Rect Capital said that, "At this time, the retests are failing, coins threatening to lose key supports, but it's early in the week, could easily turn out to be normal retest volatility." Moving on, the international head of buying and selling at Galaxy Digital said that, "I nonetheless assume that you will notice it make new all-time highs by year-end. Do I feel it is a straight line up? No. However, I do assume that we are going to make all-time highs by the tip of the year." He also said sometime last month that Bitcoin could see 70K by the end of year, based mostly on extra institutional traders re-entering the market within the fall. Now, let's talk about some news for crypto adoption. 48% of Brazilians believe that Bitcoin should be their official currency. We know in a democracy, anything that the public wants soon becomes reality, and this wish of theirs promises to put Bitcoin on a bullish increase never seen before. Moving on, Zimbabwe's finance minister was recently at the DMCC Crypto Center in Dubai, where he was inspired by solutions to lower the cost of remitting funds. Also, this was not the first time the finance minister has supported crypto. A couple of years back, he had urged the citizens to invest in understanding emerging innovations like Bitcoin and also told authorities to mimic countries like Switzerland, which were investing in and understanding Bitcoin. I think this could be an indication that Zimbabwe is moving closer to crypto adoption. Moving on, the banking and investing app MoneyLion is adding crypto trading to its all-in-one financial services app. Its CEO said that it is the beginning of the education process for its consumers during the early innings of DeFi. On top of that, it's also introducing a feature that lets customers round up their debit card purchases in Bitcoin. It's pretty cool because MoneyLion has 2.2 million customers as of August. Coming back to Doge, it got some endorsement from another popular celeb. Amanda Cerny tweeted that, "I love the crypto community and even more specifically, the Doge community. Everyone is always nice, positive, and fun." And then there's this news from Binance that it has added Doge and Solana as collateral assets on the Binance Loans platform. This could bring a lot of funds into Doge. Still, I'd just like to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. With that said, I believe we'll trade sideways for a while. But if Dogecoin gets above its resistance level of 25.5 cents, which is also its 100 moving average, it can rise back to 30 cents from there. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye, take care.